Hello everyone, it's another day, I think the fourth day, and we came a bit south from Port Douglas into the direction of Cairns and to find this palm field. You can search it on Google Maps. It is actually seen as a tourist attraction, and yeah, it is like there are a lot of palms. You can have coconuts for $2, organic coconuts, and then there is actually it is actually a resort, so there is actually you can actually have some coconut water as well for $7. So yeah, but to enter here, this area is for free. You can park there is at the beginning of this road. There is actually a place where you can park your car and a little walk under these palm trees, which have coconuts on them, a lot of them. And as you can see, it got a bit, this part is actually pretty, it got a bit of blue sky. So yes, as you can see, a lot of people are taking pictures. And it is just a little place to stop. It's not, it's not really huge palm fields, but still you can walk, which is actually next to the road, so have a little bit of relaxation if you're tired of the sea. So yesterday, because I have not finished I didn't really say goodbye to you guys yesterday, and also none of my videos, which I feel a bit terrible, but yeah. So yesterday we went to the Maja walk that I filmed to you guys, and after that we had a guided tour. That was the only guided tour that we had for while we are here, and that was the night walk in Cape Tribulation. So that's why I went to the northern part of Daintree River and into the Daintree Rainforest, and that's why we were in a bit of rush that in the Maja walk, because it was already 5:30ish, and then it took, we were a bit hurried, so yeah, so it didn't take too much for us, but still we had a 7 p.m. meeting, and we got a bit also a bit yeah, so we got a bit lost on the way. So yeah, so night walk, it was really incredible. So it was around $50 per person. I am not too sure. I will write to you guys what was the how much was the cost, because yeah, because I can't really remember, but I really recommend you. So yeah, so what can I say about that place? So all the way until it is a bit of a hard road to drive, and I know that because I have some driving experience, and I know that it is not one of the easiest drives that you can take here in Australia, but it is worth it. So we got a bit lucky with Jason, that we were just these three of us together. So we had a kind of a private tour. There would have been another under 2 people, like there would be 5 people together, including us, but they cancelled or didn't show up. So yeah, so this it was a bit of a private tour, and yeah, so Jason was really good. He knew a lot of things about the place. He even talked about the Daintree rainforest, why it is interesting, and I have learned a lot of facts. For example, if you are in Sydney, or if you're in the ACT, or if you're in Victoria, this mountain range is actually the same. So the Blue Mountains, all the way. So when you're going, and you like Sydney, next to it there is like a big mountain that you have to take, and also if you are coming from the ACT to anywhere else to the east coast, there is like a bit of mountain road, and because so that is called the Great Dividing Range. Here it is the same, so the Great Dividing Range is actually up, starting more from here, like almost at the very peak of Queensland, so literally next to Papua New Guinea, and stops in South Victoria, and it is the 4th largest mountain range ever. So we visited Daintree Rainforest, which is actually the same mountain range as Blue Mountains, or any other mountain or any other national park, which is all the way from Sydney to north and south, all the way until Victoria. But there are a lot of roadworks because of the 2023 cyclone Jasper. So be mindful of that. So there are a lot of roadworks on the road here, next to Daintree River, but not Daintree Rainforest, not the river. And what else? So because of that, in 2023, a lot of people, or a lot of roadworks has to be done, and we learned a lot about Jason with like the rainforest, the birds, and the UV light. Yeah, so it was incredible little adventure, but because it was too dark, I didn't really wanted to film anything, and also I wanted to be a bit of myself and have a little bit of, how do I say, so a bit of relaxing and enjoying the nature by myself, and without any of the videos. And it was really cool experience, but I would recommend for you to do that, but only if you have a hotel. I mean, you can drive back, like we have came, like as you can see, we are alive. We are not really, so we are not dead. So yeah, so we could actually drive back, but yeah, it was a bit of hard. So if you're thinking of going there, $51 return on the ferry on the Daintree River. But then, so sorry guys, there was a guy and he started to explain and I needed to listen. So yeah, one thing that I learned from this guy is actually to be mindful. So because there are coconut trees, palm trees, and they can fight a lot. So yeah, so you might be killed if it got on your, if it lands on your head. But you can wander around and see the palm trees in the palm field, but don't stand under the palm trees because they might kill you. So where was I? Yeah, so if you are going there, I would recommend you to actually go there. So altogether it will be around $2,000 for 3 people and the ferry for 1 car. But yeah, it was really incredible experience. Jason was a really good guy. He talked all the way. Yeah, there were a lot of things that we could ask and learn more, and also the Daintree rainforest. But if you don't want to drive back home or back to Port Douglas or Cairns or anywhere else, then have a little bit of, like, have a hotel there. There are a lot of lodges, so yeah, so you can actually stay there for 1 night and come back next day, because that return ticket is actually valid until July or June. I can't remember. I will correct myself. So yeah, anything, yeah, so enough about that. So, and also if you are really interested what we have seen in Cairns, I will have a pinned comment in the comment section with the playlist of the how do you call it, of Cairns, sorry, and also my other playlists, just to, because that is chronologically sorry, so it is chronologically sorted. So the first day 0 is always on top, and the last day is always on the as always the last one, the bottom one. So I really recommend you the playlist, because those are the best way to see my my videos in order. So this tree is not a palm tree and not a coconut tree. It is a jackfruit tree, because these are the coconut trees, but this is a jackfruit tree, and there is 3 jackfruits, those yellow ones, or I mean greenish, yellow and greenish. These are the jackfruits. So even jackfruits can grow here. Yeah, it is really good, and not far from Port Douglas, so we drove around, not will I say how many minutes, I can't really know how many minutes, but like around 15-20 minutes, including, because there is like nearby there is actually a road work. Look at all of these big mountains nearby. So there is actually a road work, which actually might be sometimes like traffic queues and traffic jams. So because only one line is in operation, and it is once again because of the Cyclone Jasper. Yeah. Also, I learned a lot of things about that. So Jason also mentioned for us that because he was there when Cyclone Jasper came to this area in 2023 October, and they were actually secluded. So what I mean by that, so because the Daintree River, which has the ferry, which is the $51 for a car return ticket, and there is never a bridge. There was never, they have never intended to be at the bridge there. One thing, because this is Lower Daintree, so Park Douglas, Cairns, and all the way, this is Lower Daintree River, Daintree. And then anything that is up the Daintree River, that is the Upper Daintree. That part is more natural and more of the rainforest. No, less agriculture, less cattle, less factories. This part, because as you can see, this is also an agricultural. Like there are a lot of things that, lot of things like this, like a palm field, you wouldn't find in the Upper Daintree, sorry. So, yeah, which is a bit interesting. Like, yeah, we saw that it was more of a rainforest. While here, it is mostly it is mostly the some agricultural factories and stuff like that. So yeah, so they are a bit more. Yeah, so this is where anything comes to the Upper Daintree, but because of the cyclone Jasper, floods happened. Ferry was washed away, so literally there was no ferry, and for 5 months, people, they got food, medicine, and everything from by helicopters, and also via another route. So it was really hard time for them. But now, once they are operational, and yeah, so far everything is good. So there is even a sign there that caution falling coconut. So yeah, and then we are actually next to the road. Yeah, so this is the Thala Beach Nature Reserve, which actually reminds me of one thing. So if you are going to that night walk, please be mindful that read the description on their website, because yeah, that's why we got a bit lost. So I didn't really finish that thought. So we got a bit lost on the way to that Daintree night walk, because on the Google Maps on Waze, I use mostly Waze because it is much better than Google Maps. Sorry for any, I don't want to debate, but that is my preference, Waze. So on both, and even I think on Apple Maps, I don't know how Apple calls it, their maps. I think it's just called Maps as well, Apple Maps. Anyway, so I think on all these platforms, if you are writing Daintree night walk, it will actually lead you to an off-road and unsealed road. Not off-road but unsealed dirt road. And that's where things get complicated. So we went there, it was really dark, no car. And then luckily there is signal there, so you can search the web or the internet and go to their website, and it says meet at the Fern Tree reception. So when you are going to the Daintree night walk, don't write on your GPS, on your mobile app, the Daintree night walk, write the Fern Tree reception or the Fern Tree restaurant or lodge, or I mean it is, I think, a lodge hotel. So yeah, but if you're writing Fern Tree and it is in Cape Tribulation, you're in the right place. So yeah, so some tips for you guys. But still, like, all of these big mountains, really interesting. So if you're coming back to the direction to Port Douglas, then there is like a creek that you can stop and visit. This is the creek. There can be crocodiles inside, but as well as a lot of fishes. So, and in this direction there is the ocean coming from the mountains over there. It is really good to stop here a little bit and enjoy this little nature and the river. But yeah, sadly there is no crocodiles today.